In this section, we'll go over the different options for CAD. Your CAD file is your drawing file that you'll use just before creating your toolpath in SheetCam. There are many different options of CAD software to use. Programs like SolidWorks, Fusion 360, AutoCAD, QCAD, and so on. They all relatively do the same thing with different functions and accessibility. Your table will be loaded with QCAD. You can use any program that you'd like, just as long as you create a DXF. Kind of a quick rundown here of how to run QCAD. You can select your lines or select your back button. You can select an open line and enter in a length up here. You can also add circles here, different radius, diameter. You can also go to your shapes tools. This is where you can create rectangles, squares. Add your width and your height up here. QCAD does have the ability to do letters. I would suggest a program like Inkscape if you're going to be doing any signage, any sort of artwork. Another program you could use would be Autodesk AutoCAD. Personally, I find this one easy to use. When you get into this, it's more of a personal preference. One program's not any better than the other. It's just how you can relate to that program and use it. In the end of the segment, I'll show you how I got to making this part step by step. A good idea if you're just beginning is to look on the different web pages for the programs. Here we have Inkscape brought up. They have an infinite amount of learning and videos and tutorials on how to use their product. Also the same with QCAD. This is also linked in your user manual. You're also able to go to different video platforms and watch videos on how to run those products. You can also check on bosstables.com under the training area. We also have several useful videos there along with our YouTube channel. So here we'll be going over how I went about to make this part. First thing I'll do, I do like to create reference or construction lines. And then I'll select my infinite lines and start them out at 0, 0. From there, I'm just going to be offsetting my construction lines. So in this case, 4.5 inches over. We'll go 2 inches up. I'll get a center mark there. Also, I will get my other holes set up on top. These holes are offset to each other. Three-eighths hole there. Half-inch hole there. I'll need to calculate this part in comparison to this part. Divide that by 2. Enter that in. In this part, it's not real necessary to have this perfect. I will just use the arc tool I'll arc that over. And I just want to kind of catch that just enough, just to catch that circle. I'll take my copied line, mirror that, and move it over. Now I can shut down my construction lines and do some trimming. It's very important to get these double lines out. They will create problems. And when you're all finished, there's your part. So once you have your part created, one important thing to do before sending this off to CAM is to group it. What we're going to do is get rid of the nodes. So in this case, we're just going to add group into the command line, press enter. Now our part is one complete polyline with no nodes.